Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Light Talks Football. I hope you guys are doing all right today. And as you can see on the right hand side of your screen, Chelsea get a 1-0 win on Jose Mourinho's return back to Stamford Bridge. So Chelsea get their first win of the Champions League phase this season and also a clean sheet on our Chelsea's return to UCL Knights back at Stamford Bridge. And yeah, it was certainly weren't easy today. It really weren't. And another game where you're going down to 10 men, but I'm not going to go angry this time because that happened in the 96th minute and we were 1-0 up. And there's not enough time for like Benfica to you know, get an equalizer or win the game because we were 1-0 up at that time. So yeah, so we went down to 10 men again, but that was in the 96th minute. That was the last year of the game. So thank goodness for that one. But I will be talking about that red card situation in a minute and why it's so frustrating. But listen, our first Champions League win, and yeah, there's gonna be a few positives, a few negatives, but in the first half, I thought for the first, let's say, like 5 to 10, 0 to 10 minutes, we've been dominating Benfica. We had so many opportunities. The goalkeeper made some saves. I have to give credit to Benfica because they defended really, really well. And that's why it was a difficult game because Jose Mourinho, we don't know how he's going to be playing, but most of the time he likes to park the bus and just hit the opposition on counter attack. And there were so many times where they did that. And the one thing that I was frustrated in the first half is that we keep on giving balls away. The Mark Cucurella, Chalobah, Malo Gusto. Every time the opposition gets a chance, it comes from our mistakes, give the ball away so cheaply. And there was this one time where Cucurella gives the ball away, the number 11 was through on goal for Benfica, and if it was for Chalobah, making that defending, that could have been an equalizer. And they gave Mark Cucurella the man of the match, which I understand, but there were times when Mark Cucurella gave the ball away, and there were so many times where Baki Kutie, was getting past both Enzo and Caicedo in that time. So Mark Cucurella being the man of the match, I really don't get that one. I think Mark Cucurella was okay, but I don't think it was that great in this game today. I really won't. When it comes, and for me, yeah, I feel like Malo Gusto, did cause a threat, so many times. What? Don't get me wrong, Mark Hogan defending today was really good, but there were times where he kept on, getting nutmegged by the number 11, and he gave the ball away cheaply, especially in the first half. So him being the man of the match wasn't particularly that great. But yeah, in the first half, we scored the goal. It's actually Neto that made the pass to Garnacho, and Garnacho causes the non goal by Rios. So yeah, so that one, Garnacho did something, but it took an own goal for us to win the game. So that's why I was not impressed by Chelsea's performance today. But what I will say is that this game should have been 4-0. 4-0 to Chelsea because we had three big chances and we missed like three of them. Like the first chance that we missed was when I believe Neto made the pass into Tariq George, and then he put it straight at the goalkeeper. So actually no, before that there was a time when we won the free kick. Neto puts in a delivery, and then Badishield just heads it off target. That should have been 2-0 at that time. And then the third chance was when Tariq George should have scored that, but instead he put it straight at the goalkeeper. And then the third chance was when Enzo puts in a brilliant cross into sorry, not Neto, Estefan. He was onside and he just heads it straight at the goalkeeper. For me, that could have been 4-0. That could have been like the game where we were lax, kept a clean sheet, then we move on. But listen, 1-0 at half time. We know what happened against Brighton in the 53rd minute. We went down to 10 men. But today, we did go down to 10 men. But like I said before, that was in the 96th minute. So the first half was okay, not been that great. The second half, um wasn't particularly that great, but we defended really well. We really did. And Robert Sanchez, I mean, he was good today. I can't lie. Whenever Benfica on the danger, he made some big saves and he kept a clean sheet as well. So Robert Sanchez done his thing. I thought Chalobah was in the first half, did had a few shaky moments, but I think his defender was good today. Badishu, I mean, did defend good, but there were times where he just allowed Benfica so much space. So I don't. He was okay, but not that great. For Marco Cuellar was good, not that great. Malo Gusto though, Malo Gusto was absolutely shocking once again. Whenever you know there was times in the second half where he gives the ball away and then he just falls asleep because Fekwick, was just by himself over the left hand side. And Malo Gusto did not concentrate. Did not. And that's why for me, him overlapping needs to stop right now. He needs to stop. If you want to get the best of Malo Gusto, do not overlap him because he's just gonna make things worse and worse and worse. I want to see Mark Cucurella overlapping than Malo Gusto because we had to play like a back two of both Chalobah and Badiashile. For me, him overlapping makes no sense. I want to see Reece James overlap him because when he came on, he made that block, for Federeke having that chance. You know what I mean? I want to see Reece James overlapping than Gusto because Reece James can defend and he can go forward. Unlike Malo Gusto, the only thing he's good at is going forward. When it comes to defending and give the ball away, that's what he's awful for. So that's why for me, Reece James, I don't want him to start every single game, but in the Liverpool game, he needs to start. I don't want to see Malo Gusto start in this game because he was awful tonight, absolutely awful. I thought Caicedo was really good in the midfield. Enzo Fernandez was good, especially when he could have got an assist if Estevao would have scored. So I thought Enzo looked good in this game. Garnacho done his thing. I don't think it was that great, but he allowed Rios to score an own goal. So I thought Garnacho did good rather than great. To be honest with you, I thought Neto was our best attacker in this game today because honestly, his delivery was good. Could have scored as well, but he was so close to getting a goal and a few assists as well. So I think Neto was our only best attacker in this game today because he was electric. He made some runs. He caused a threat over that right hand side. So I think Neto was our best attacker today. Like I said, close to scoring a goal, getting a few assists, but I think Neto was the best attacker today. But Anate did win the ball a few times, but don't think it was that great today. But I have to say this as well. Our worst attacker in this game was Terry George. Because when I looked at the stats, he only had one shot. And like I said before, he should be scoring that. Because many strikers could have scored that. But instead he put his past the goalkeeper. That's the only thing I saw Terry George did in this game. Only had one shot. And for me, I'm not going to blame Terry George. Because once again, I do not get why Enzo Wesker still puts Terry George up top. I do not get it. And I did say before the game that Terry George is going to do absolutely nothing. And yes, he did have a shot, but that's the only thing he did. The rest of the performance did absolutely nothing. So that's why I'm not going to blame Terry George because he is not a false nine. He's not a false nine. And now, because of João Pedro getting 2 yellow cards, it looks like he's going to be started against Ajax because that's who we got next. October 22nd, which is 3 days before my birthday. You know what I mean? So this is why Terry George, I cannot see him starting against Ajax. For me, it has to be Mark Guru. Because Mark Guru, even though I don't rate him, I don't think he's that bad. Like, how many games and minutes am I going to see Mark Guru? When is he ever going to get some minutes, man? What does he need to do to be starting games or come off the bench? Because we bought him back from Sunderland on loan, and now he's not getting some minutes. Like, what's going on? What is going on? It makes no sense to me. So, to me, João Pedro came on, got 2 yellow cards, so he's going to miss the Ajax game. I think SFL when he came on should have scored, but looked bright. When he came on, who was who else did we bring on? I'm just gonna have a quick check. We also brought on Josh Achimpong, Jamie Gittens, and yeah, that's basically it. So the only players who I say that did well for Chelsea when they came on is SFL, James, maybe Josh Achimpong, Jamie Gittens. My goodness me, he was absolutely awful. The dribbling, only one successful dribble, one. Like, not good enough. Not good enough. So yeah, it's only SFL, James, and maybe Josh Achpon and came on and made an impact. João Pedro came on, got 2 yellow cards, got himself a red card, so he's out for the Ajax game. But that's basically it. So in the foot mob, they gave Sanchez the man of the match, and yeah, probably have to agree because Sanchez made some big saves, claims on the ball was good, kept a clean sheet. So if they would have probably gave the man of the match to Sanchez, and I do get it, the Mark Cucurella one doesn't make any sense. If they would have given it to Sanchez, then that's fair enough. But Sanchez, I mean, kept a clean sheet, make some big saves. So he looked good. I still don't rate him though, and I still think he's not good enough. But today, if he does well, I'll praise him. So I've got to praise him today because he wasn't that bad today. He really was. But listen, the one thing I will say is that I want to big up to Jose Mourinho because when Enzo Fernandez took a corner, there was stupid Benfica fans throwing missiles at Enzo Fernandez. Now I understand that he was your former player. I do get that, but there's no need to do that. No need. I feel like the UEFA, need to punish them not all the Benfica fans, but the one that threw missiles on Enzo Fernandez. They need to be punished and they need to get banned of not coming to stadiums anymore. Because why do that? I know he was your former player, but show him a bit of respect, please. Do not do that. And this is why I got to pick up Jose Mourinho, because as soon as they throw his missiles, Jose Mourinho was saying to the Benfica fans, just don't. Just don't do it because you'll get yourself into trouble, That's why Jose Mourinho, big up to him. And also big up to the Chelsea fans as well because, they were singing his name throughout this game. Especially when he got a red card, they were still singing his name because he's a legendary manager. He won us 3 Premier Leagues, 3 FA Cups, 1 Community Shield, and 1 League Cup. So he pretty much done everything. So big up to Jose Mourinho. Yes, he got to the feet, but at least he can be proud because Benfica really caused us problems. That 11 and number 8 guy was causing us problems. In fact, look, Abakio and who else? Asar was really caused us problems today. They really did, they really did. So listen, Jose Mourinho frustrated us, even though they got to the feet, but Benfica had chances, and most of their chances came from our mistakes. Our mistakes. And this is why I keep on saying the mistakes from Chelsea is not going to end. It's not going to stop. It's going to go on and on and on. And that's why I was hoping for the mentality for Chelsea to change, but it looks like it isn't. I just hope Enzo Maresca can speak to these players and tell them to not make stupid mistakes. Do not give the ball away because it's going to fight more pressure and going to give the opposition a chance to score because that's what Benfica did. Every time they go on the ball, they look threatening and it came from our mistake. You know what I mean? So, but listen, we managed to win the game 1-0. We got the job done. We definitely bounced back. And yeah, another wet card. But like I said, that was in the 96 minutes. So João Pedro will miss the Ajax game. I'm just hoping that would give Mark Gouin an opportunity. But I know that this manager, Enzo Maresca, is not going to trust him. So it's going to be Ty George playing up top again. So, but listen, we should have got another striker and we failed to do that. So, sports directors, if you're watching this right now, in January, you better do something. You better do something because Liam Delap is still not available. João Pedro won't be available for the Ajax game. So now we're going to have to put Ty George up top, even though I don't want to see that happening. So, Mark Guru, I feel sorry for you. You came back from Sunderland on loan. I thought you're going to get some minutes, But it looks like Enzo Maresca did not trust you, so I feel sorry for you. I don't know how long and what you need to do to get some minutes, but I just hope in the Ajax game you will start. I just hope so. I really hope so because I just don't get why Mark Gu is not getting some minutes. I really hope not. But listen, so yeah, few positives. Sanchez. Estevao, Reece James. Who else? Caicedo, Enzo. Maybe you could probably say Mark Cucurella because he done his thing. Negatives. You know, Garnacho did okay as well. The only negative is Malo Gusto, who else? Jamie Gittens, who else? Badishile, maybe Chalobah. That's basically it. Tari George as well. He was the worst player on the pitch today, but like I said, I'm not gonna blame him because we put him in a false line, which makes no sense. So there you go. And that's basically it. So yeah, half positives, half negatives. We move on. This Saturday we got Liverpool, which they've lost 1-0 to Galatasaray. So it's back-to-back defeats for Liverpool. So they're looking to bounce back after those defeats. So yeah, it's gonna be a very tough game for both teams. So we'll see what we can do, man. We'll see what we can do. So yeah, so if we can beat Liverpool, then that'll be great. But I really don't see that happening. I really don't. But we'll see what happens this Saturday. So we're gonna get 4 days of rest before the training, and yeah, we got Liverpool next, and then it's the international break after that. So we'll see what Chelsea can do, man. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, man, that's it from this video. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Let me know if you agree, disagree, or anything that I said. Who do you think was your man of the match? Would you still think Marco Cuellar, or would you think Robert Sanchez? Do let me know in the comments down below. But listen, um, our first Champions League win this season, clean sheet as well. But we did make it difficult for ourselves, very, very difficult. But we move, man. We move. So far, Chelsea have won today because Bodo Glimt drew 2-2 against Spurs. Liverpool lost. So there you go, man. So it's back-to-back losses for Liverpool, back-to-back draws for Spurs. But for Chelsea, we bounced back. We got a 1-0 win, and there you go. So really, really happy. So Liverpool and Spurs fans, hold that tonight. But yeah, man, make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Look after yourselves, take care, goodbye, God bless, and as always, up the Chels and come on you Blues. Let's go, we have done it.